So Capcom's Here Comes a New Challenger teaser was not an update for Street Fighter, it was not a new Darkstalkers game, it was not a new IP, but it was Capcom re-releasing their retro games again. We didn't see that before, but before the Street Fighter fans take out their pitchforks and torches and start burning down anything what is Capcom, let's calm down and check what's going on. First of all, guys, I would like to mention that this does seem kind of interesting, but at the same time, I'm kind of disappointed. So, let's get to the facts. So far, Capcom re-released this thing called Capcom Home Arcade. What is, well, kind of a combination of arcade stick and one of those re-released consoles, kind of like the PlayStation Mini or the Super Nintendo Mini. So far, it seems like Capcom decided, hey, we should try that too, but with our classic arcade games. What, to be honest, is not really a bad thing. Seeing the 16 games here, it is mostly, well, the majority of these games are actually pretty niche titles, and I, for one, would be interested in playing these games. Seeing that I grew up as a Capcom kid, I only played most of their console games, so I didn't really have a chance to play any of their arcade games, seeing that I kind of grew up in the time where arcades were dying out. But seeing that Capcom is diving into this whole new retro console thing, seeing that it's only arcade games, I believe that this thing would be reasonably priced. Oh. Okay. Alright, Capcom. Yeah, that's expensive. That's crazy expensive. The PlayStation Mini nor the Nintendo Minis cost that much. This is like, whoa, that's a lot. Like, over $200. Like, over here, this is definitely going to be $275. So, that's a lot. But I think there's a reason why that this is costing a lot of money. So, let me explain. So the first thing is that the reason why this thing costs a lot because it's basically a joint arcade stick. And if you guys don't know what joint arcade sticks are, or dual arcade sticks, are literally two fight sticks or arcade sticks glued together to give both a co-op experience. So you have a first player and a single player. As you could tell in the video, you could tell that these two that this home arcade is basically that. It's supposed to give you that cool arcade feel where you actually have a player 2 right next to you. And if you go online, you can actually find a lot of these dual arcade sticks or these joint arcade sticks, and most of them range around $150 to over $200. And most people buy these sticks just to get that cool arcadey feel or make their own homebrew arcade cabinet. So there's that. Seeing that it's a joint arcade, that means they must be quite a bit of co-op player games, and knowing Capcom, they're all about local cooperative play. So let's jump into the games and see what this home arcade has to offer. Okay, the games we have is 1944, The Loop Master. Alien vs. Predator, very, very good. I actually played that game. That game is actually extremely fun. Armored Warriors, also another really good title. Capcom Sports Club, never played it. Captain Commando, I'm not much of a Captain Commando fan. Big fan of Marvel vs. Capcom, but not too much for his beat 'em up. Cybots, Full Metal Madness, never played it. Darkstalkers, The Night Warriors. I played Darkstalkers game, I played the third one. I actually really do like the third Darkstalkers game. I think Night Warriors is the first one. Yeah, Night Warriors is definitely the first one. Honestly, not so fond of the first one. Okay, Echo Fighters, never heard of it. Final Fight, yeah, that's more my jam. Ghouls and Ghosts, the OG Dark Souls people. Mega Man Power Battle, I heard of that game. Pro Gear, Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2? Just Street Fighter 2? That's interesting. Just Street Fighter 2? Nothing else? Okay. Strider, played it. Not really my thing. And Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo. Always go Turbo, people. Yeah, not much games at all compared to the NES Classic, what actually had 21 games. This is pretty lacking, and especially seeing that the hardware is going to boost up the cost of this game. So yeah, there's that. There's also Wi-Fi adaptability, so I'm guessing that you're able to import your high scores into a network, and you could see a leaderboard of who's the highest in the world, depending which game you're playing. So that's kind of cool. I actually kind of like that. There's also USB ports, so probably there could be an options of importing other Capcom ROMs into it. It would be really nice to see CP3 games on it. Actually, I'm pretty shocked that there's actually not any CP3 games. I'm surprised that Red Earth is not on it. So yeah, this seems kind of, in my opinion, kind of lacking, and it's leaving a lot of people with a little bit more questions than answers. And I really hope that this thing does well. Like I said, I feel that Capcom is really trying to target the niche audience. I really feel that they're trying to target the boomers and people who grew up with our Capcom arcades. I don't really see this really growing in popularity per se. Like, unlike, like, I've been saying this a lot, but compared to the the Nintendo Minis and PlayStation Minis, like, those games actually had a huge impact on the gaming industry, and actually had a huge impact at home and towards everyone. You could pick up these games, like, hell, like, even today, like, a freaking 13-year-old will know what Ocarina of Time is. Like, all these things. But seeing the arcade titles, a lot, like I said, a lot of these arcade titles are pretty niche, and I see a lot of people scratching their heads if you bring up games such as Echo Fighters or Pro Gear. Like, I don't even know those games, or Gaia's Wing. Like, things like that is going to go flying past a lot of people's heads. I know that Capcom really likes keeping records of their older games and making a lot of references to their older games. And a lot of people who are Capcom fans, who grew up with Capcom, actually know little of these hints and Easter eggs. And, you know, to us it's kind of cool, but to other people they're like, So, there's that. I don't know, I feel that this is, in my personal opinion, kind of a bad decision on Capcom's part. I really want this to do well. I just kind of wish there was more games. I kind of wish, that's all. I kind of wish there was more games to balance out the cost. In my opinion, I really do feel that this is a bad move on Capcom's part. I feel that the games they're advertising are very, very too niche and obscure for the up-and-coming audience, and I do feel that that the price is far too great for anyone willing to buy this for their kids or anyone who's into arcade games. I feel that people could actually buy similar machines like a Raspberry Pi for something around like $200 and get far more games than there actually are. At the same time, as I mentioned, this is kind of pissing off the Street Fighter V community, seeing that the advertisement was very, very poorly choiced and gave a lot of people's hopes up. Therefore, this is definitely not for me, and I have a feeling it may not be for you, or if it is for you, good for you, but in a general terms, I am definitely not gonna get this thing. Until then, guys, thank you very much for watching. This is NR signing out. Make sure to hit that like button and Tiger Uppercut that bell. And I'll see you guys on the next video. More content to come. See you guys later. Peace.